Hi, Mike. Hi, all.
Hello.
I'm pretty happy to welcome you all here on our first session. We are partly now in Kyiv and partly in Warsaw because our speaker is now in Warsaw. But it's Kyiv session, Kyiv CMO session. So, guys, can you please text us on chat if you can hear us well and if you can see us well? Anybody?
Seems like they will join in 4 minutes.
Seems like no one can see us.
Oh.
So for everyone who has joined us right now, I ask you to write us on chat if you can see us or hear us well, for us to know whether we should improve something. Okay, then I think we can basically start. So guys, I'm really happy to welcome you all here. We are pretty glad that we can host our first CMO session here from Kyiv, Ukraine. Our speaker right now is in Warsaw. Our speaker for today will be Mike Tkachenko, who is from our first batch. He is a CMO of our first batch startup called Fundalist. Mike will tell you in some time about his startup, about how they're doing and what they are doing, basically. So Mike has 15 years of experience in marketing. That's why we think that he's like the best person we can offer you from our two batches to tell you about marketing. And I do really hope that this session will be useful for you. So our schedule for today is like we will start in 2 minutes. Mike will tell you about how to build funnels in marketing, and it will take about half an hour. Then in half an hour, we will have our Q&A session. So please, during the Mike's presentation, write us on chat all your questions, all your maybe some topics to discuss afterwards. And just after Mike's presentation, Mike will answer all your questions. So please welcome Mike, and I hope you enjoy our first session.
Hello, everyone. As you heard, my name is Mike. I'm from Kyiv, Ukraine, and I'm happy to be a part of Demium. I joined it on the first batch, and at the moment we work on the project which is called Fundalist. This is the mobile application which will help you to do investments in financial market in 2 clicks. When we started to look for idea for the project, we turn our attention to the fact that people want to find some kind of alternative for the deposits, and we found that we can provide this alternative choosing two really reliable and simple instruments of investment. They are S&P 500 and governmental bonds. So at the moment, we are creating the mobile application, which helps you to use these two instruments, which are very simple and understandable. And everyone can do that, spending less time and earning more money with this project. So at the moment, we're here to share the experience, and I'd like to share my screen so you can see the presentation. And our topic today is the sales funnels. Actually, I think that all of you guys, you know a lot about sales funnels, and I don't think that you need something, some kind of theory. So I want to share with you a practical case from a very recent time, and I hope it would help you to improve your marketing in your projects as well. What I will be talking about in the beginning, I'd like to say which is the case and what it concerns to. The case concerns to two businesses. For last half year, I helped two businesses to run the marketing. First one is the international logistics, and another one is the electronics production and selling LED screens. They are very different, and both are B2B, and both are built on the generating leads. And as much leads we generate, and will define how much the business will earn. So the task was to generate more leads for less cost. So before I will start to tell about the problems and resolving those problems we're faced with, I'd like to share two thoughts. I call them revelations because that was really insights for me when I started to do this project. First one, that people are not interested in your marketing, in your ads. They're boring about that because everything is filled with ads, and we are in the competition with everyone. And when we use digital marketing, we are in a competition not with our competitors only, but with everyone who does advertising. So we have to do something really outstanding to reach our customers. Another one is that I also faced with the approach when some people try to figure out everything and measure everything. This is a very important to have figures. However, we don't have just to rely on figures because sometimes we don't interpret them in correct way. So I personally always try to use the techniques when I try to try customer shoes, how he thinks, why he watches some kind of advertisements, or why they do this or this choice, and how they behave, why they behave this way, so on. So let's go on. So we started 3 years ago with Google AdWords. It was very successful because it was built on the low click cost on the Ukrainian market. It was 21 cents per click, and it gave us a lot of leads for a proper price. However, it happens, I think it happens around the world. We saw this significant growth of the click cost around all categories. You can see that it grows up, even not exponentially, but more than that. For 3 years, it grew up in several times, more than 10 times. So when we analyzed the Google AdWords, we found that lead cost grew up in certain cases, in certain campaigns, even to $300. It's enormous price, and business couldn't function with this price. So we started to think how to deal with this problem. Of course, we thought about social networks as well, but actually they didn't work as the channels of the generating leads. We showed the advertising, we did the posts and so on, but we didn't have leads, almost didn't have leads from those channels. So we started to think how we can reallocate our campaigns to other channels, because Google AdWords became too expensive for the business. And we found that we cannot get rid of the Google AdWords at all, because this is the key point of gathering the target audiences, and it provides, as it was mentioned on previous slide, it provides a really good target audience. We can collect it and we can work with it in the future. So we found the formula which gave us quite successful way out in this situation, when we started to generate leads, not just using Google Ads, but also the social networks. In social networks, we achieved a really low cost of the lead, and in total, it became a very, very attractive price. Of course, we did remarketing in Google, and it gave us a little bit more to the conversion rate. But still, we had a lot of people who visited our websites and just went away without doing anything we want them to do. So we started to think how to extend this remarketing, how to extend remarketing funnel to another channels. And we started to experiment with the Facebook lead forms, which appeared quite long time ago, but actually not a lot of people used that time. At the moment, you can see that almost everyone use this, but this is just instrument, and it's very important to understand how to use this instrument to reach more results. Why we stopped our attention on the lead forms from the Facebook? You can see the example on the right side, because they do the same as they have the same function as we had the function on the website, when somebody can leave the request for the product or service. So using these forms, you can collect also the contacts, and you can also send them to your CRM system directly. Moreover, this is very important that these lead forms, they make people's life easier, because when they press the button, the fields with their contact data already filled, because Facebook filled them automatically, and it helps people to click and send us their contacts and send the requests. In other hand, on the website, you have to put your data manually. So what we did, we installed the Facebook pixel on our websites. We started to collect target audience. We started to identify which people come into our websites and finding them on the Facebook as well. It's very good if you have CRM system and contacts of your clients you gather through different channels, because you can use this database to get the contacts in Facebook as well. So we started to extend our marketing to Facebook and Instagram. We started the campaign. Here you can see the scheme, which is very small, but I will try to explain it, because it's just an example, because every one of you can, and I think will do the same for your product, because it will depend on the product you sell, and depend on the business you work with. So what we did, we segmented our website visitors according to the products, because we have several products on each website, and we decided to target on those guys who contacted with certain products, different types of advertisings. Then we developed customized messages for each group of visitors. For example, if somebody looked for the air delivery from China, we sent him the customized message about this type of delivery. If someone looked for the railway delivery, we contacted him with different message as well. And we created the consequence of messages for each group. So we divided the target audiences on different types, and we sent the consequences messages. For example, it depends on the customer's behavior, and you can do that all in Facebook easily. So when somebody, for example, I will give the example. When somebody comes to the website, he looks through the information about air delivery, and he don't send any requests concerning this. He comes to the first target audience, the audience from website who didn't do anything, and he visited this certain type of delivery page. Then we will show him first message, which remembers him that we have a very good and nice air delivery, and we just repeat the same message as we had on the website, just to remember him. If he doesn't do anything, we show him another message, which provides him with additional values we can offer to him. For example, 20% discount, or special offer, or special time, or free insurance, or something like that. If he doesn't react on that, we show another message with concluding offer, which is very, very attractive. And after that, if he doesn't react on that, we finish the communication with this person in this chain. So we built the same chains. We maximally segmented all our clients, all our visitors, and we build the separate chains, message chains for all of them, and then we rotate them as well. So in the end, we got a very big target audience in the Facebook and Instagram, and we got the leads cost $1. That was very successful, and that helped us to reduce the total cost of all advertisings, of all leads. So nevertheless, all target audiences, they somehow would be finished, because this is the limited number of people. So we thought about how to scale these campaigns in social media. So we started to widen our TAs, and we do the same. We applied to the same scheme of work with our clients, of communication with our clients, to another audiences. First, we created lookalike audience. We created two lookalike audiences. First one from the visitors of our website. Another one, we took the clients from our CRM system, and we created lookalike audience to another database. Then we started to extend geographically. In the first approach, we focused on the big cities, and then we started to extend to smaller cities and got more and more people. And in the end, we manually found the audiences in Facebook and Instagram of people with the same interests as our target audiences we worked with before. So all of these steps provided us with leads, and very qualitative leads for a long time, and it still works. And that's interesting that when you start to work in this way, in the beginning you don't have a lot of leads, but while you continue with it, the number of leads grow and grow. You just don't have to stop. The role of creative. I think all of you know that creative is very important. And just two hints about the creative in social media, which we are talking about. First one, I'd like if you can vote how you think which would work better, pictures or videos. Just send the message to the chat how you think which one works better. I will give you a several seconds. Just write how you think. Okay, our experience showed that videos, if we use videos for lead forms, not just static pictures, it is much more effective than just pictures. We measured and we got the figure which is 85% better than pictures. The next is the straight advertising and provoking advertising. On the left, you can see the straight advertising. It's about the air delivery. We just showed the airplane, cargo airplane, and we said that we can do the we can do the air delivery. On the right, you can see another creative. We delivered almost the same. We delivered almost the same message, but we made the Chinese guy to open his eyes. And how you think which works better? Please send the message. Which one works better? Okay, in terms of the generating leads, the provoking message worked 75% better. So what's next? What we have to do with our advertising campaigns and funnels in the Facebook, Instagram, and AdWords? What we do constantly. This is first is A/B tests. We do always A/B tests with all campaigns we run. We try several campaigns, several creatives, several approaches, and we use them to compare which works better. Actually, we don't run two options. Usually, we run 4 options, and we see which one works better, which one generates more leads, and which leads are less expensive. And we leave that campaign which performs better. HADI cycles. We also use this method, which is based on the cycles of the experiments. We do this every 3 weeks. We try to change something to observe how it reflects on the results and then leave it or not. Which is very important is that we have to be really fast, because social media, comparing to the other channels, they require immediate reaction. People expect that everything will be done immediately. So we have to be always online. We have to react very fast and be even faster than we are. So if you have any questions, please send them in the messenger and I will respond them all.
Guys, it seems to me that our chat is not working because we can't see your messages at all, unfortunately. And we can't see your questions at all. So maybe text them on our WhatsApp group. Because we can't see your questions. Okay, we will wait for several minutes more. Maybe the chat will start working. And we are really looking for your feedback about our presentation. How did you like what Mike just said? And maybe in case you will have some further questions, please text us. Please try to find us on Slack or on WhatsApp, and we will give you all the answers as soon as possible. Okay, guys, so thank you all for your time. We hope that you enjoyed it. Mike, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you guys all very soon. Thank you very much. Cheers.